We are live. Let's do the jacket up because it's freezing. It's freezing. That's better. That's better. Let's go on merry way. Okay. I'll let you see around. Hello if you've just dropped in. Let's have a look around. What's around us? How's the picture? How's the sound? I realise not very worthwhile asking you how the sound is if you can't hear me, unless you can lip read. Anyway, here we are. Lots of little sheep here. Want to see the sheep? Well, let's see the sheep. Everybody loves looking at. Let's have a look over. Ooh, bicycle. Bicycle. And sheep. There you are. Let's have a look at the sheep. Isn't that nice? You can actually hear the sheep crunching the grass. Maybe more accurately, they're ripping the grass. I think just tear it out of the ground. And in the distance, you can see on the horizon the island of Arran. And further down, you can maybe see a bump. There should be a bump there. Yeah, somewhere about there. Ailsa Craig is out there somewhere. Yeah, I can see it. Just about the middle of the picture now, Ailsa Craig. A granitic lump, granitic plug. Oh, there's another cyclist coming, just a little cyclist this time. There she goes. There we go. Stuffing. The coldness of the air making my nose run. I've got the tail sticking right up in the air. That one over there, I can see it. What's going on? If I've got an infection of some kind. Sheep's tails normally go down. Goat's tail will go up. I think that's a general rule of thumb. Yeah, this lens, I see, is posting something. Where I've been today, I'm currently in UK's largest, biggest onshore wind farm. 250 wind-powered generators here. 250, that's a lot. One area on the moors, 20 miles or so outside Glasgow in Scotland. I did a live stream on the way up this morning to visit a museum. There's a special museum up here at Loch Goyne Farm. Where this goes. So that's where we are, Whiteley. Your dog, your responsibility. Short lead, bag it, bin it. Yep, keep your dogs on a lead. Don't let it worry anything. Don't let it look for bird nests or anything like that. Yeah, quite true, quite so. It's a popular area here. Not everybody keeps their dog on a lead. They probably assume that the dogs are friendly dogs, which is fine, but will also frighten, perhaps run after stock. People think they know their own dogs, and maybe they do. Perhaps the dogs are okay. But if you let some people just have their dog running free, then why not let everybody have their dog running free? But then you'll have problems. Whew, well, lots of people here in the UK's largest onshore wind farm, just so you know. Yeah, good afternoon, isn't it? As long as you keep on the move.
I don't know. And when the sun's out, it's warm, and then it goes down.
Yeah, that's right. It gets cold quick.
Thank you, Sally.
Hey, Carol. Hey, Carol. Popular place for cycling. Look at that. Lots of people cycling today and lots of people walking the dogs. One or two people jogging as well. It's well used by the public. The people who run the farm are obviously trying to make it useful that way. It gives a good impression. It's good PR. They have a good cafe. It's nice to have a warm, dry place to especially on a freezing winter's day or a horrible wet day. Go in and get a cup of coffee, get some sandwiches, get some soup, and look out at the weather. They have a nice viewing area outside, so you can go outside, have your food outdoors if it's reasonable for that. Roxy and Brian. Hey, Roxy and Brian. Hi, Roxy and Brian. Thank you very much for commenting. It's so good to have people commenting, as Carol did. Nice to know you're not on your own when you're walking, isn't it? Where we are just, it was the Whiteley. Can do a quick fiddle around and let you kind of see a wee bit of what I'm looking at. It's not bad. I hope the picture is okay for you. Further back there, I know the signal's not too good. I was doing a live stream this morning on the way up to a famous, locally famous museum called Loch Goyne Farm, Covenanters Museum. I did a live stream on the way up telling people again about the Covenanters' history, about it, historian. But it's interesting. People should know more about it in Scotland, especially because a lot of horrible things were done. Isn't it? It's just nice to still looking at me, let you see. Isn't it just beautiful? A lot of people really object to the wind power generators, windmills as people call them. But in the right place, I really don't see them being a problem. Thanks for the like, whoever gave me a like, that's much appreciated. I had 10 people there looking in briefly, but they've got better things to do. I would have so liked to have 10 likes, but that doesn't happen. So yeah, it's the biggest wind farm in UK onshore. Oh, thanks, another like. Fabulous. Fabulous. Thanks. Yeah, biggest onshore wind farm with 250 approximately, at least 250 of these generators. And if you feel like cycling around or walking around, as these people are doing, because you have so many of them and they all need access, of course, they've got reasonable tracks, not as good as this. This is tarmac, so not as good as this, but reasonable tracks to take a Land Rover or whatever along to access all of these things for servicing and so on. They allow the public to do the same thing. They can go along all these tracks. 170 or so, I think it's 170 or 130 kilometres of tracks that you can cycle along. Afternoon, they can cycle along or jog along or walk their dogs along. Multi-stand. Okay. Hi, multi-stand. Thank you very much for looking at it, leaving a like for me. I'm at Lee, it's called. White Lee Wind Farm outside Glasgow, which I think 20 miles, they say, outside Glasgow in Scotland. 250 of these things in this area. It's a lot. Enough to power a third of households, so we're told. It's quite nice. A nice day to be out. And you do get some good views depending on where you are in it. People object to these things. Some people object to these things. And I would strongly object to them in certain locations. You know, if they filled Glencoe with them, for example, or if they covered Skye with these things, that would be, yeah, not a good thing at all. But in somewhere like this, it's a barren, I say barren, it's rich in wildlife of various kinds, lizards and snakes and frogs and newts and what have you. I haven't seen any, but apparently it is rich in them. I don't see any harm in having these things here. It does give you something to look at. Good weather, yeah. It's a bit chilly. Where are you looking in from, Roxy and Brian? Just out of interest. It's quite cooler. The weather has definitely taken a bit of a chill in the last day or so. We can expect that to continue, I think, for the next wee while. But it is great. This is really nice. It's good to be out as long as you're moving and you're wrapped up. And I'm wrapped up as if I was going hill walking. This is what my usual hill walking gear would be. This or a woolly hat if it's really nippy. Got my backpack, but I normally bring one slightly bigger than this for winter weather if I'm going up the hills. But yeah, I've got base layer. I've actually got a shirt on today. That's an extra. Fleece, waterproof jacket. I don't need gloves. Whoop. I like to be well shod in case I'm standing in burns. Don't know what a burn is. It's a stream in Scotland. More cyclists in Norway. Oh, you get a nice panorama there of many can we count here. Well, if we started here, if we got, let's start this one at that side of the road. 1, counting with me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9, 30, 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, 40, 41, 42, 43, 45, 46, 7, 9, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 9, 60, 1, 2, 6, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6. There's a lot of giving up. There must be about 90 there. So they were approaching, or maybe more than a third of them within sight there. There's a lot of them. Yeah, the biggest one in the UK onshore. 250 of these altogether. Yeah, anybody's looking in. Thank you very much for looking in. Much appreciated. We're in Scotland. We're at Whiteley Wind Farm. We're walking past a few of the 250 of these in this biggest one in the UK, biggest onshore one in the UK. This is the second live stream for today. If you want to see the content of my first one, have a look at my channel and you'll see a live streams section of a playlist of live streams. One this morning lets you know exactly why I was here today. And if you're looking in, please do. This is where I frighten people away. Please give me a thumbs up. There you go. Watch this. 11 people looking in just now, down to 8. And suddenly everybody disappears. Celavi, it's a very popular place, this, for walkers, joggers, cyclists, dog walkers. Yeah, if you're looking in, please tell me where you're looking in from. It's nice to know how far away videos can get viewed. I quite often get people from Australia, United States. The place, the actual wind farm is called Whiteley, as in the colour white and L-E-E, Whiteley Wind Farm. You can look it up, Whiteley Wind Farm, Scotland, you'll find it. I've been here before, I've done other live streams from here as well. Noise from somewhere. Oh, Philippines! Woohoo! I have some viewers or maybe subscribers in the Philippines as well. Philippines, Australia, a few from the United States, France, some from France, Canada, aye, all over. Is the sound okay for you? I have a microphone. I don't know what my microphone is. Microphone tucked in here somewhere. So I'm hoping, yep, that's it there. I should be picking up my voice quite well. It's always a bit difficult when there's people because I don't really want to invade their privacy and have them on video, so I'll probably end up looking away for a bit, looking at the view rather than looking at the people. Let's have a look around. This is what's here. Lots and lots and lots of these wind power generators, like this one. They make a bit of a noise as well. I was up here once before and standing somewhere like over there. There's a gentleman there with his dog, and every time these things came round, the dog would try to jump to catch them. Of course, there's no chance whatsoever it would manage to catch them. Every time one came round, I got quite excited and had a go at it. And there you are. On the bottom of that one, it tells you the power of that one. So each one has given us 2,000 megawatts. Well, they've all got a number on them and there are maps available. So if you find your map, if you look at your map and you see number 72 on it, you know exactly where you are. Yeah, you can hear the noise. Can you hear the noise of them going round? The tips of the blades kind of rip their way through the air, rending the air. Right, no people there. Let's march on. March on, what's car? Ah, good night, Roxy and Brian. You too. Thank you very much for looking in and for leaving that thumbs up. I think you were the first to leave me a thumb up. Much appreciated. See you again on another live stream. Yeah, that was nice. Evening in the Philippines, everybody. Don't know where Carol's looking in from. If you're still there, Carol. So I need somebody to talk to me again. I've already live streamed here today, going up to a museum called Lochgoin Covenantry Museum. And I spent some time indoors in it doing some video. I had to do that because the signal in that particular area had dropped so much that I had to just end the live stream. Really like to have taken you into the museum with me, but if you want to see what I saw in the museum, tiny museum, have a look at my channel, subscribe to my channel. I obviously haven't uploaded the video yet because I haven't edited it. I've just got the raw material in the iPhone. I'm using my iPhone 16 Pro today for this because I used my Pocket, Osmo Pocket 2 DJI camera on holiday last week, and sadly, when I was about to do silly things, sliding down a tube, I tried to put my camera away first and dropped it, and it hasn't worked properly since. So I'm a little bit stuck for the time being. Thank you. See you again. Look after yourselves. So, yeah, so as I was saying, I dropped the camera and it's gimbal. It's a fancy one with a gimbal. I'm now getting an error signal from the gimbal saying, gimbal saved or something, tap to resume. And I tap to resume and it only lasts for about a few seconds. And then it goes back to the error signal again. So I don't know if it's a software firmware issue or if I've actually damaged the gimbal. A friend is going to see about taking it with her to Hong Kong, where apparently you can get cheap repairs. And if I can get it repaired for a few pounds, maybe under £50, it's maybe worthwhile doing. So that's the way it goes. Oof. I don't know if you can hear this one. Can you hear the blades whistling through the air? I don't know how fast the tips of these things move in terms of miles per hour. I think quite fast. I'd not like to be hanging on to the end of one, that's for sure. What I was going to do today, I had forgotten about it till now, was fly the drone. Maybe not the best place to fly a drone when there's all these things around, but if you're not flying it far away from you, it wouldn't be a bad thing. But yeah, it's too windy, basically, it's too windy. What else should I expect from a wind farm? But it to be windy. If anybody who's joined in, please say hello. I could do with somebody to say hello to. What you're looking at is part of the UK's largest wind farm. 250 of these things. 250. Can you imagine that? And because all of them need access for vehicles for servicing purposes, we've got availability for the public, I think 170 kilometres of track back and forth. So it's Mustafa. Thank heavens, Mustafa. Thanks for saying hello. Where are you looking in from, my friend? It's always nice to know where people are looking in from. We've had Roxy and Brian, who have now gone because it's night time in the Philippines, so they've had to go to bed. But they did leave me a thumbs up, gave me a like before they went, so that was good. Anybody else looking in, please give me a like somewhere, wherever you do it. Turn this round, let you see again where you were going. That's where we're going. This path here leads this way down to a farm. So it's meant to be a private road, unless you're going to the farm. They say there's no parking, probably because the farmers need the Mustafa. Just looking at your message that didn't go through. I'll hide it. It's automatically held for review. I think maybe I thought it was a mistake. Yeah, it's a good place for the public here. I mean, over 100 kilometres of track, not as good as this. This is tarmac, obviously. But there's a lot, many kilometres, over 100 kilometres of track connecting the wind power generators you can see around me. Lots of these. Yeah. If you're looking in at present, please do me a favour, give me a thumbs up at some point. Perhaps look at my channel, look at my other videos. So how are things going with you, Mustafa? Al Ali? Where are you looking in from? UK or other field? This kind of area maybe it doesn't look great, but it's good for wildlife. Lots of things to eat around here. These small invertebrates, which will be eaten by newts and lizards, and the occasional snake, and of course all the birds around. We'll have lots of shrews, foals. We have moles, I've seen molehills. And now it's the autumn, so there are not many things flowering, but earlier on in the year, you'll find all sorts of things flowering here. Looks like willow herb, broadleaf willow herb, maybe. All sorts of things. It's a very pleasant place to be if there's no wind. It's not good news for the wind farm if there's no wind, of course, but it's good just for walking. You can hear the noises of the insects, the bees and the hoverflies, the trickling of the streams. It's in here. It's a very boggy place. Very boggy. I don't know if building the wind farm has improved the drainage in it, but there are some places where paradoxically you really don't want the drainage. You want it to be boggy because that's the nature of the place. I like reflections. Do you like reflections? Well, I'm just noticing that my phone power is getting very low. Really wants a charge, but I really don't want to stop and start charging it now because I'm so near the end. You can perhaps hear traffic, or maybe you can see traffic ahead. And that's the main road. That's where my car is parked. And that's where this is all going to end if my phone lasts that long. And I think it will. 19% on an iPhone lasts quite well. I'd mentioned earlier to people that I'd normally be videoing a bit and not videoing because my video camera, which was a DJI Pocket Osmo 2, I dropped it last week in the Alps, and I was going to slide it down a tube like a 5-year-old, but I dropped it at the top. It didn't fall far, it only fell 2 feet or so, or less. But my gimbal is badly upset by it in some way. It keeps giving me an error message, it doesn't work properly. Could be a firmware issue. I'm kind of hoping it is, but I'm having difficulty updating my firmware. So until it's fixed, I'm kind of reduced to using the iPhone for videoing, and I can't video and live stream at the same time. So yeah, that's where we are. So just down at the end here, main road, cars parked, back home, have a nice hot cup of coffee. I might go and see what's happening over at the church hall. My wife is helping provide me, eats and drinks at the church hall. We're doing a carp treasure trail today. If I go over, I might manage to find a hot sausage roll. And since I helped provide the transport to get the sausage rolls yesterday, I think I deserve. Doobie-doo-doo. There I can see a car. That's almost the end of the road. Not my car. More people coming. So yeah, thank you very much for two people who are stoically hanging on and looking in. Much appreciated. Otherwise, I'd be all on my own, wouldn't I? So I appreciate you looking in. Yeah, let's see. Give a say hello. Say hello. Leave a like if you haven't done so already. Not many wildflowers left now. Things are dying off. Can't remember the name of that one. That's the one that's poisonous to livestock, I think. I don't think farmers like it. Whatever it's called. Going to make it. 16% left on the phone. Easy. Easy peasy. See my car already. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And that looks like a Scottish thistle, but it's not. Don't know what it is. Maybe a burdock of some kind. Same family as the thistle, but not. What's over there? Okay. Seems to be a popular patch for parking your car. I don't think you're really meant to. So I'm afraid I was one of the good guys and I parked across the road there. Access this side is really to the wind farm. Authorised access only. But people park here. Oof, well, thank you very much for hanging on in there. I've made it. We've just arrived. Thank you very much. Please leave a like before you go, but I'm afraid we're just about the end of the live stream. You'll find a whole playlist of live streams my channel, so do have a look at it, and you can see what I was live streaming this morning on the way up. Good if you're interested in history, because that's what it's about. Do 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 do. Nothing coming that way. Nothing coming that way. This is real FPV, isn't it? And that's what this morning's one was. But that's a clue for this morning's live stream. That's what it was about. So have a look at it. Do be do do be do be do. I hope to fly the drop today, but my keys. It's too windy. Still is still earlier on, but there we go. So fine and say thanks very much for looking in, folks. Sticking with it all the time. And I'll go back this here. And if you haven't left a comment yet, you'd like to leave one, you can leave one in the comments afterwards. So, thought my hair for better? No. Thanks again. Zoom.